Google. Let's go get him again.
Welcome to the Robes Away channel. I'm your host, Mark. If you're new here and you just subscribed, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Hopefully you subscribe and enjoy the new content that will be coming out. To all my old heads, you know what's going on. We are going to be unboxing today. First impression on, as you can see, from the brand of Ralph Lauren. Now, Ralph Lauren releases new fragrances. It seems to me that we're getting a new Polo Blue, Polo Red flanker every 6 months. It's starting to get fairly redundant. Now, I haven't purchased many of those, honestly. I don't own any of the red series. Maybe I should. Again, comment below if you do own some of those and you think they are worth seeking out. I own the original Eau de Toilette Polo Blue. I really liked it. I discovered it early in my journey, and I still do like it from time to time, but it just seems like there's way too much being released from this brand. This one right here called Polo Cologne Intense. Not Polo Green Cologne Intense. I know that this is the original. The original Polo has a green bottle and everybody calls it Polo Green, but that's not the name of it. It's Polo, original Polo. And this one, of course, Polo Cologne Intense. This particular release was honestly not on my radar, if I'm being completely honest, but I was in Shoppers Drug Mart, and I remember this about a year and a half ago, give or take. Little bored, went to the fragrance counter as I always do. They got a whole bunch of testers of the new releases, and I'm sniffing them one by one to see maybe there's like lightning in a bottle. Some designer releases may be good, and that I don't have to blind buy them. I'll just buy them off that little scent strip. This is one that I recall. Again, I sniffed it on a blotter just like this, and I went, this is pretty good. Now that's the introduction of the fragrance. Again, when you sniff out fragrances at a store, I always recommend sample, sample, sample. Bring one home, wear it on your skin. So I did on the blotter. I liked the introduction. I said, hey, I'm gonna get a bottle of this someday. Today's that day, basically. Now the name itself, of course, Cologne Intense. Again, a lot of people do get confused on the name. You know, is this an EDC? No, it's not. Is it an intense version of the original? No, it's not. It really is a different hybrid of some sort, from what I recall. Again, this is a first impression, not really, if you're really counting that smell off a blotter in a shop. Again, I was sniffing several things at a time. Completely don't remember what it smells like. I've never sampled this release, so honestly, off the record, this is a first impression unboxing video here for Polo Cologne Intense. So let's get to unboxing. So I'm excited to unbox this one, especially from my memory that I felt like this one was a solid one to add to my collection way back when. My last Polo fragrance, or Ralph Lauren fragrance that I purchased, was Purple Label. You saw a video of me unboxing that one a while ago, but let's delve into Polo Cologne Intense, and hopefully it's as good as I remembered. Now again, these unboxings will just give you the introduction of it, but good enough, I believe, just to give you an honest impression on the release. So it has that green bottle. I really actually love the look of these bottles. I feel like they're timeless. They have an old school vibe to them, but they're also timeless. This one's beautiful. It has that, I don't know, gray look. This cap has no weight to it. It is light as a feather, so it's plastic. It looks like it's metal. It's plastic on the inside like crazy, so it's very hollowed. I'm not wearing anything today, so this is going to be my scent of the day. I can't wait to delve into it. I'm going to overspray this one. It's, I believe, kind of like a freshy designer fragrance, so it can't be too bad. I'm not going to spray the blotter just yet, but the blotter's there for convenience if I want to smell it again. So yeah, the opening of this is fresh, aromatic green. You can feel those herbs right away. Very green. So the grapefruit here, I don't know if I remember smelling that in the back in the day, but it gives it an uplifting air. Actually very well done, but it's not a main player. It really is all about that. There's a basil, clary sage, herbal tendency in this release. Very green. There's mint, which also aids in that herbal green feel. Very modern as a release, but also has an air of way back when, you know, those aromatic herbal fragrances. This has kind of stealing a page of that, but with the grapefruit and mint, kind of really freshens it up quite a bit. Lots of mint now, which I love minty fragrances. This is a spearmint in this release. Well done, but it's not a standalone note. So there's a lot of mint-based fragrances. You know, like a Roadster from Cartier, an excellent mint-based fragrance where there's not much back in it. I know there's a patchouli in there and all that, but this fragrance has a lot more of those herbs coming through, especially there's a violet leaf in here. I can feel some of that. There's some thyme, clary sage, the basil in here. It really has a lot of those players that really brings it into I'm not gonna say old school, but it has an herbal vibe to it. But it has a lot of zing up top. You know, that violet leaf gives it its watery, ozonic quality in here. The mint also gives it its mentholated rush to the fragrance. And then the grapefruit, even though it died quite quickly on my skin here, does its thing and also uplifts the whole fragrance. So at the end of the day, very much a green fragrance like the bottle suggests. Definitely not a intense version of the original Polo, but I feel like they've really balanced the classical style with a modern take. That's what I'm getting out of this introduction, is that blend is really well, and I think that's what really intrigued me when I smelt it initially on a blotter in a store, when I smelt several fragrances, and I feel like this DNA really stood out versus all of those because of that. That really intrigued me because of my taste, right? I'm very much a big advocate of fragrances from the old school to the new school. So I really enjoyed this. And I still do. I really like this purchase. I feel like it has that, you know, 30-year-old, 40-year-old type of DNA in here that I would enjoy if I was around that age range, which I am. So this one right here, I can't wait to delve more into it. A very solid release from the brand. You can't say, like, they've done some snoozers in their day, and this one right here, very, very solid in my personal opinion. I like it. I can't wait to delve into it more, especially in the spring and summer coming up, and see how it does actually in the fall, because I feel like these herbal, and again, there's a patchouli vetiver backbone to this release, which I haven't really smelt here. So I can't wait to see what it's going to give me more into the back end of the release. So at the end of the day, now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. If you love, hate, you think it's okay, I love to see that in the comments below. Please don't hesitate if your ideas are different than mine. I'd love to see that, especially in an initial impression. I can't get it spot on just because I just put on a camera and put it on right away. So I'd like to hear your take as well. And as always, a greater pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your Polo release wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.